social gatherings. They are the highlight of our social calendars, the moments we look forward to where we can let our hair down and enjoy the company of those we care about. They're meant to be fun, right? A time to create memories, share stories, and simply have a good time. A time to relax, unwind, and catch up with friends and family. These moments are precious and they often revolve around food, but often these joyous occasions can quickly turn into a battlefield for our willpower. The sight of a table laden with delicious dishes can be overwhelming. The abundance of delicious food, the pressure to indulge, and the general atmosphere of celebration can lead us to overeat without even realizing it. It's like a trap set with the most tempting bait. We wake up the next day feeling bloated, sluggish, and maybe even a little bit guilty. The joy of the previous night is overshadowed by the discomfort we feel. Let's face it, overeating is a common pitfall at social events. It's almost inevitable when we're surrounded by so much good food and good company. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of the occasion and lose track of how much we're consuming. Conversations flow, laughter fills the air, and before we know it, we've had one too many servings. The problem is, this overindulgence can have some pretty nasty consequences for our waistlines and our overall health. It's not just about the extra calories, it's about how our bodies feel and function. Overeating, even occasionally, can contribute to weight gain, digestive issues, and even long-term health problems. It's a cycle that's hard to break once it starts. But don't worry, my friends, there are ways to enjoy these gatherings without falling into the food trap. This doesn't mean you have to dread every social gathering or resign yourself to a life of carrot sticks and water while everyone else is having a blast. With a little mindfulness and some smart choices, you can enjoy the best of both worlds. Let's talk numbers, shall we? Numbers have a way of revealing truths that we often overlook in our daily lives. They can be eye-opening, especially when it comes to our eating habits. You might be surprised to learn that people often consume a whopping 1,500 calories more than usual at social gatherings. That's right, those fun-filled events can lead to an unexpected calorie overload. That's like adding an entire day's worth of food to your plate. Imagine eating 2 days' worth of meals in just a few hours. It's no wonder our bodies feel overwhelmed. It's no wonder we feel so full and sluggish afterward. Our bodies are not designed to handle such a sudden influx of calories, leading to that familiar post-meal lethargy. These hidden calories lurk in every corner of the buffet table, from the creamy dips and cheesy casseroles to the sugary cocktails and decadent desserts. Each bite, each sip, adds up more quickly than we realize. Think about it, a few appetizers, a generous serving of the main course, a slice or two of cake and a couple of drinks. It all adds up quickly. Before you know it, you've consumed far more than you intended. And those little nibbles we sneak in between conversations, they count too. Every handful of chips, every mini sandwich, every bite of a friend's dessert, they all contribute to the total. It's easy to underestimate how much we're actually eating when we're distracted by good company and festive cheer. The joy of socializing can make us forget about portion control and mindful eating. But don't despair. By becoming more aware of our eating habits and adopting some simple strategies, we can enjoy social gatherings without sabotaging our health goals. Small changes, like choosing healthier options and being mindful of portion sizes, can make a big difference. Ever felt like you couldn't say no to that extra helping of Aunt Margaret's famous potato salad? You're not alone. A staggering 70% of guests feel pressured to eat and drink more at social gatherings, whether it's well-meaning relatives piling our plates high with food or friends encouraging us to try just one more drink. Social pressure can be a powerful force. We want to be polite, we don't want to offend anyone, and we certainly don't want to miss out on any of the fun. This pressure can stem from a variety of factors, including cultural norms, a fear of missing out, FOMO, and even a subconscious desire to fit in. Whatever the reason, the result is the same. We end up eating and drinking more than we intended, often to the point of discomfort. We've all been there, gathered around a table piled high with shared plates, everyone digging in and passing dishes around. It's a scene of joy and connection, where food becomes a medium for bonding. It's a convivial way to dine filled with laughter and conversation, but it can also wreak havoc on our best intentions to eat moderately. The abundance of food and the social setting can make it easy to lose track of how much we're eating. Studies have shown that sharing plates can lead to a 20% increase in food intake compared to individually plated meals. Why is this? Well, when food is presented family style, it's visually appealing and encourages us to eat more. It's harder to keep track of how much we're consuming. The constant passing and sharing of dishes can blur the lines of portion control. We're more likely to take multiple servings, often without even realizing it, especially if the dishes are particularly tempting. The variety and abundance can be irresistible. Plus, there's that subconscious pressure to try a bit of everything, to not miss out on any of the delicious options, especially if it's a dish we don't often encounter. The novelty can make us want to sample more. So, while sharing plates can enhance the social aspect of a meal, making it more enjoyable and interactive, it's important to be mindful of the potential pitfalls. Being aware of how much we're eating and making conscious choices can help. Employing strategies like using smaller plates, serving yourself a portion before eating, and eating slowly can help avoid overeating. By being mindful, we can enjoy the best of both worlds, the joy of shared meals and the benefits of moderate eating. Section 5. Pre-meal rituals, taming the appetite. Before you even think about hitting the buffet table, there are a few things you can do to help control your appetite and avoid overeating. One of the simplest yet most effective strategies is to drink a large glass of water before the meal. Water helps to fill up your stomach, making you feel fuller and less likely to overindulge. Think of it as a pre-meal palate cleanser. Additionally, sometimes we mistake thirst for hunger. By hydrating beforehand, you can ensure that you're eating because you're actually hungry, not just thirsty. Section 6. Plate power, size matters. The size of your plate might seem like a small detail, but it can have a big impact on how much you eat. Studies have shown that using smaller plates can actually trick your brain into feeling fuller with less food. When we use large plates, we tend to fill them up, even if we're not actually that hungry. This is because our brains associate a full plate with a satisfying meal. By opting for smaller plates, we can reduce the amount of food we consume without feeling deprived. It's a simple visual cue that can make a big difference in our overall calorie intake. Section 7. Mastering the art of mindful eating. Mindful eating is all about paying attention to the sensory experience of eating, the taste, smell, texture, and even the sound of your food. Instead of mindlessly shoveling food into your mouth while chatting with friends, slow down and savor each bite. Put down your fork between bites, chew your food thoroughly, and engage all of your senses in the experience. This might sound a bit woo-woo, but it really works. When we eat mindfully, we're more likely to recognize our body's fullness cues and stop eating when we're satisfied, rather than continuing to eat until we're stuffed. Plus, it allows us to truly appreciate the flavors and textures of our food, enhancing the enjoyment of the meal. Section 8. Savoring the moment, not just the food. Remember, social gatherings are about connecting with people, not just about the food. Shift your focus from filling your plate to engaging in conversations, sharing stories and enjoying the company of your friends and family. Instead of hovering around the buffet table, find a comfortable spot to sit and chat, allowing yourself to fully engage in the social interaction. This not only helps to prevent mindless snacking, but also enhances the enjoyment of the overall experience. You'll find that the memories you create with loved ones will be far more satisfying than any fleeting pleasure you might get from overindulging in food. Section 9. Your Guide to Guilt-Free Gatherings. So there you have it, my friends. By implementing these simple strategies, you can navigate the social gathering food minefield with grace and ease. Remember to stay hydrated, choose smaller plates, practice mindful eating, and savor the company of your loved ones. And most importantly, don't beat yourself up if you do happen to overindulge. We're all human, and it happens to the best of us. Just remember to get back on track with your healthy habits the next day. After all, life is all about balance. Now go out there and enjoy those social gatherings without the guilt and the after-dinner food coma.